Hey folks, it's Halloween season, which means it's time for All Saints Wake, the seasonal Halloween event in Final Fantasy XIV. Um, this is probably going to get mixed up with a couple other things, depending on how I put it out, so I'm not going to spend too much time in an intro. Let's just get started. The freight stuff. You there, you're an adventurer, yes? Eager to stare into the very depths of wickedness, am I right? Good, good, because we're in dire need of just such a dauntless soul. Oh. All Saints' Wake is upon us, you see. That means the fiends of the realm clamor to plunge Gridania into a sea of chaos. The host of this year's Parade of Horrors is a woman with a pumpkin for a head. I shudder to consider whether this is some elaborate costume or... No, perhaps it is best not to know. Her strange appearance makes my skin crawl, to say nothing of her underlings. Why, one might think the Continental Circus was come again, hiding their monstrous intentions behind the guise of celebration. We can be grateful that none have yet fallen under their spell, but I fear it is only a matter of time. We must act quickly to unearth their schemes. I would begin a thorough investigation at once, but I'm afraid my surveillance duties here prevent me from moving freely. That, my friend, is why I need you. Approach this pumpkin-headed witch under the flag of friendship, and offer your services to her ghastly celebration. If you catch even a whiff of foul deeds, I want you to put a stop to them before any innocents come to harm. Alright. I knew I could count on you. Now then, you can find our quarry just across the way at the Makedo's Amphitheater, where she is doubtless attempting to draw any and all passerby into her ungodly procession. Humor her for now, but take care not to fall victim to her honeyed words. Hey, yo, are you like actually a witch, or is this guy just crazy? Because I get the sense he's taking this way too serious. Have you come to join the glorious celebration that is All Saints' Wake? All are encouraged, and all are welcome. I'm seeing if everything's safe, I think? Oh, such eagerness. If you're ever in need of willing hands to help with the festivities, preferably with bodies still attached. Of course, I understand a certain meddlesome investigator has tasked you with uncovering any iniquity on my part. Do I have demons and devils at my beck and call? I admit that I do. However, I mean no harm to you and yours, so I hope that our partnership can be mutually beneficial. Wait, what? Like actually? Together, I believe we can make this All Saints' Wake into one that will be remembered for moons to come. Yet before we begin, allow me to illuminate the history of this event and our intentions here. On this most unhallowed of nights, the saints revel in their palatial heavens, and as their judgmental eyes become leaden from drink, the impure are free to feast and frolic without fear of punishment. In ages past, the common folk would rue the coming of the night, and cower in their homes. That is, until the adventurers took it upon themselves to rid the streets of evil, thus turning the event into a celebration of your collective bravery. A joyous happening, to be sure. But what of the goblin, the ghost, and the gremlin? Unfortunately, there are many monstrous sorts who yet consider this a night to spread fear like a plague. And so it struck me. What if All Saints' Wake could be an occasion for celebration among mortal and monster alike? I believe there is room for light in even the darkest of hearts. Alright. Which brings me to the question of your involvement. I would have you aid a minion of mine named Papa Gruff in facilitating an All Saints' Wake that will allow yours and mine to join hands in mutual merriment. Perhaps you know Papa Gruff. He was once a void scent so depraved that his kin spoke of him only in hushed whispers, but I have since shackled, or rather politely reasoned with him, to commit devilry no more. Knowing of his formidable magical prowess, I have set him to work under these guiding words. Frighten enough to tickle, but not scar. Fear need not be an unpleasant experience, and Papa Gruff is doing his utmost to strike that delicate balance between felicity and fright. Not with much success, as I understand. I would love to proffer him advice myself, but I believe one such as you would know better what appeals to the mortals of this city. Might you give our beleaguered Papa Gruff a few words of advice? So I notice you're using the word mortals like you're not included in it. Thank you, truly. He should be putting on a performance near the Leatherworkers Guild at present, assuming he is yet to be chased from Gridania's borders. Please, speak with him, and give him my encouragement. You're spooky, lady. Papa Gruff decided the best place to dazzle the people of Gridania would be the Leatherworkers Guild. I understand he's having trouble keeping his audience engaged, which runs markedly counter to the stipulations of our agreement. Needless to say, he requires your help. Is that a tiny marble in a flamenco dress? It is. I think. I love it. What? Okay, so it's called the Copycat Ball. I don't know how to get it. Maybe Future Nick will put up a note if it's not, like, incredibly elaborate. Oh. I see quite well. Hello, Papa Gruff. My, what have we here? Another curious soul drawn to my wondrous show. You're in luck, for there happens to be a front row seat with your name on it. Without further ado, I shall summon a foul, fell beast before your very eyes. I only hope you brought a change of small clothes. A monster? I'll take more than a magician's cantrip to scare me. Look here, my dear thrill-seekers. Here lies an ordinary pumpkin. Or is it? Take care not to blink, for any moment of distraction may well be your last. Alright. Oh, the terror! Those bloodthirsty eyes, those razor-sharp fangs! Flee if you dare, but this hellhound will chase you to the ends of the earth to have its ounce of flesh. And I would know, considering the scars of its wrath upon my backside. Imagine each and every pumpkin adorning this fair city transformed into such a thing. Why, dread would prey upon Gridania to the last ilm, if I made it so. A veritable banquet of chaos! I don't really know his deal. Bloody brilliant. You drew us all in all that talk of monsters, only to dash our expectations with an adorable pup. I admit some confusion at first, but now I see you are a clown among clowns. Not a single blood-curdling scream, but a smile is not a complete failure, I suppose. Hey, I'm checking in from, like, Pumpkinhead Lady. You good? Ah, my pumpkin-headed master asked you to help me. Well, allow me to peel back the curtain, as they say. If my master sent you, I suppose there's no harm in revealing my true identity. I'm no clown, you see, but a void scent. Nice little necklace thing on your head. My, not even a grimace. Well, I suppose it would be inconvenient if you ran away screaming after every sideways glance in my direction. Now, for the matter of this furry abomination. Frightened enough to tickle, but not scar, is the agreement that binds me to my master. I don't need to be told twice that summoning any of my kind would be in gross violation of that covenant. So, remembering the deceptively winsome countenance of this vicious hellhound, I thought it would strike the perfect balance between horrifying and heartwarming. That is, until a child at an earlier show burst into tears at the pup's appearance. Now I've seen a man react with a hearty laugh to the exact same dog, with nary a trace of fear in his voice. The difference is vexing. Tell me, is a puppy something to be feared or cuddled? Depends. What frightens one may make another smile. Do you jest? Do you mean to say your kind's definition of terror differs from person to person? I admit that does explain the sheer contrast in reactions I've observed so far. And it does place me between a rock and a hellish, soul-rending place. If my task was simply the matter of bringing people to fearful tears, the ground beneath you would already be soaked through. How in the hell's good's name does one's frightened to tickle? Ah, but you with your delicate sensibilities can teach me to mix dread and delight into a charmingly chilling concoction. Let us begin at once. Let's get right to it, eh? First, we need to find people to scare, but not scar. Your kind seems to gravitate towards the pumpkins we've placed throughout the city, which creates perfect opportunities for mild mischief. One of our displays should be just over this hill, and another is near the Lancers Guild. Your job is to tell me what to transform the pumpkins into once we find suitable test subjects. Let's see how well you tickle. Papa Gruff is now accompanying you. Leave him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You could leave him behind by entering a different area, by speaking to him and selecting the option to part ways. Okay. So this is a mechanic that was actually introduced in Endwalker of, like, going on quests, walking around with people. You may have heard terrifying stories of my past, but I regret to say, the magics I wield don't quite live up to my reputation. I only have a talent for minor transmogrification, really. My master, on the other hand, oh, I shudder to think the mayhem she would be capable of if she wished it. An All Saints Wake performance? Very well, but I face slavering monsters almost daily, so it will take something quite fantastic to make me flinch. Oh, I could make him flinch so hard his heart would burst in his chest. Ah, that's neither here nor there. What type of ghoul would be suitable? Yeah, fuck it. Spook him. Give him the ghastliest ghoul you can muster. Well, if you say so, allow me to oblige. Cats! That gave me quite a fright. I only hope I never face such a monstrosity on one of my patrols, else my final act might be to soil my breeches. Well played, well played. Yeah, the trick is to find something that they will find scary, but not, like, incredibly scary, and then have it, like, appear and do something spooky, but not actually attack them. Alright, Lancer's Guild is over on the other side, right? Yeah. cowering boy. These decorations are so scary. You're not here to trick me, are you? This one is ripe for the picking. Forget I said anything. So, what type of ghoul do you suggest? I don't know if it's... So, the Hellhound ate my homework levels of dread. I mean, that sort of implies, like, still something appropriate for childs. Children, not childs. Although I am just to do something spoopy. Sorry, pardon me. Spooky. If you really think so. There we go. Huh? You know, when you look at it, it's actually kind of cute. Puff of smoke was a little scary, though. I think I'm beginning to understand. If a fright doesn't kill your kind, it can actually be somewhat pleasant. I believe I'm ready to take the proverbial stab at it. Come, come, there should be more pumpkins around Kalu Falls. This one. No, that's the Monsters Guild, so that's away from that. See any notable things around pumpkins in here. Oh, uncowed girl. Don't tell me you're supposed to send a chill down my spine. Clowns are for babies. For babies, are they? I'll make this lash wish she was back in her mother's womb. Alright, just be careful. You there, little girl. Look well upon this pumpkin. Come on, do what he says. Ah! I'm a monster! Ah. What impressive magic. My heart won't stop pounding. And all of the fright of their life when I told them I saw a real, honest-to-God's monster. Can't wait to tell them. I'll think twice before I insult a clown again. Thank you for the thrills. Did she say thank you? Scared her near out of her shoes. And she thanks me? Can't say I've experienced that before. I dare say I even enjoyed it. Yes, now is the time to capitalize upon this newfound tickling skill of mine. Let us visit the display near the Whistling Miller next. Okay, I think it's this way now. Ah, startled botanist. Oh, you're being harassed by a bat? Oh no, that was someone's minion. Good day to you, young lady. Might you join me in celebrating the joyous occasion that is All Saints' Wake? Oh. Celebrate? That's the last thing on my mind. Please go and bother someone else with that ghoulish makeup. Oh my, aren't you in a fright? Not the good kind either. What happened, lass? Papa Gruff is here to help. You'll really help? Well, I could certainly do worse than a clown. I've come from the Great Loam Growery, although fled from is probably more appropriate. I was tilling the fields like always when I heard a frightful voice from behind me. I turned around to meet it and came face to face with the foulest monster I've ever seen. What was the voice saying? When I regained my senses, I was here, my throat hoarse from screaming. No power in the realm can persuade me to return. All that horror wanders unchecked. A monster? But we haven't visited the grower yet. What could it have been, do you think? It might be an actual monster. Might have a real demon on our hands. You may very well be right. Those illusions I summoned are no more capable of free movement than the pumpkins they sprang from. Yes, no doubt they are void sent, running them up. Here I am, tying myself into knots, trying to learn the subtleties of spookery, while some uncouth brute goes rampaging through the Twelveswood with nary a thought towards artistry. If we forgive such behavior, our efforts to find glee and terror have been for naught. Tremble in fear no longer, lass. We shall investigate the matter. Truly? You're the first people to believe my claims are more than seasonal mischief. Oh, I knew Father was wrong when he said all clowns were villains. Thank you. Again, those words ring strangely in my ears. However, it is not an entirely unpleasant sensation. I know this wasn't why you were sent to assist me, but there's no telling how many of my kind we may find. A single void clown can only achieve so much. So, would you lend me your aid in case the situation gets undesirably bloody? Thank you. Look at me, expressing gratitude, and to one of your kind, no less. Well, no matter. Let us depart to the Great Loam Growery and settle this. How do I get to the growery from here? That's... Oh no, it's just right around the corner. I see nothing out of the ordinary here, but I know they are close. Our roguish quarry is close, doubtless lying in wait somewhere to catch us unawares. Once they show themselves, don't indulge them with anything but a face of stony indifference. Boo! Ugh. Oh, come on. As I thought, a fellow void sent. And what, pray tell, are you doing here? A brother of the void? Then you know why I'm here, for the night of devilry. Once we were free to carouse, creep, and caper, guided by the great pumpkin-headed archfiend. For too long we've been denied our demonic rights, and it is I who shall reinstate our grandest event. Yes, the age of the Great Gorge shall give way to the era of the Great Pot. Even now my allies lie in wait throughout the city, ready to usher in the night of devilry. You must join us, brother. Join us as we rise again. No. What? Why? Even if I wanted to, my covenant prevents me from engaging in the wanton vileness you propose. Regardless, I have no desire to join you for some cheap jaunt through the city with only a few startled mortals to show for it. Such indelicate devilry would only result in our swift and total annihilation. Ha! Spoken like a true coward. Don't tell me you're frightened of some sharpened sticks and clumsy clubs. Oh, but I am frightened, as you too would be had you tasted the full brunt of my master's fury. Perhaps you may yet, if you continue to insist upon this foolish course. I have learned how to blend in with the people here, and extract terror in such a way that does not tempt retaliation. Your plan would bring but a single night of debauchery. Learn how to cohabit, however, and our collective revelry can last forevermore. Traitor! Then my minions and I will devour you and your measly mickabob of a friend. That head. The great gourd? Naughty children ill deserve to join in the festivities. They should be happy as decorations, to serve as an example for any who would follow in their footsteps. My lady, how pleasant it is to see you. Dare I ask why you grace us with your presence? I caught wind of a void scent disturbance and came here to investigate. When I heard your voices, I knew something was afoot. I must say, I am quite pleased that you see the merit in my approach to All Saints' Wake. Yet, something must be done about the other beasts that have crept into the city. Let us give them that same treatment and continue enjoying this unhallowed season on our own terms. That wretch reminded me of myself long ago. For but a twist of fate, I might even now be adorning the streets of Gridania by its side. With your help, rounding up our reckless kin should prove to be a simple matter. Let us make this All Saints' Wake an occasion to remember for those who dwell in the light and the shadow alike. If you sight any errant ghouls, perform the spell I demonstrated earlier. In so doing, you shall convince the residents of Gridania that the source of their supposed nightmares was not but a cluster of mundane pumpkins. This wand possesses the transformative power you require. Simply swing it about in a grandiose manner and point it at your target. Once the charms have been cast, I shall collect the pumpkins. I understand they are quite delicious when baked in a pie. You learned All Saints' Charm. Just when I was getting the hang of being the life of the party instead of the death of it. Let's wrap this up quickly, lest this year's All Saints' Wake be remembered as a disaster. I sense something sinister lurking deeper in these fields, as well as a trail heading to the east, perhaps towards the market, the Lancers Guild. Splitting up will be the easiest way to end this quickly. I'll escort the botanist from earlier back here and deal with whatever still haunts the grovery. I shall use the opportunity to convince her that what she witnessed before was nothing but an overzealous pumpkin. That should put her heart at ease. I will leave the rest of Gridania to you. Once the Void Center have been verily vegetated, meet me at Maketo's amphitheater. We can deliver my master news of our success. Now, let our show begin! Alright, let's go hunting for devils. It's fun. In previous All Saints Wake events, Papa Gruff was a recurring antagonist before he finally got by the pumpkin-headed lady. How you doing, investigator? That pumpkin-headed harpy is up to no good. I can feel it in my gut. I trust you will do your utmost to uncover her evil plot. That's actually the opposite, sir. Okay, where are these things? They're all still further along. If I don't look, it'll go away. In fact, it will. Huh? What? There's a pumpkin the whole time? I can't believe I fell for that. But now that I know it's just a trick, I'd like to see it again. I can't do it myself, but ask around. What is that awful thing? Can I put this on my hotbar? I can. What? It's just a pumpkin. I knew the Woodwheelers wouldn't let such wicked things into the city. Never seen such a feat of illusion before. The rest of All Saints Wake is as entertaining. I'd best go and find the main event. Oh, we could just leave this one with this guy. This could almost certainly, he'll almost certainly kill it. Monsters have invaded the city? I talked to you. Alright. pumpkin? Wait, this is all part of the All Saints Wake festivities, isn't it? Yeah, that's totally what's going on, sir. I must say, that made my heart skip a beat. If this is what adorns the streets, I cannot wait to see what the main stage has in store. You've turned all the Brawling Voids into harmless pumpkins. Papa Gruff awaits in Makedo's amphitheater to hear tidings of your success. It would be really funny if, like, doing that emote in, like, Hockey Manor actually lets you turn the little void scent into something. Because they not only have a bunch of void scent there, but, like, the same kind as are here. You have returned. That means Gridania is free of mischievous void scent. Let's see what Papa Gruff has to say. There you are. I took care of the void scent still hunting the Great Lone Growery. Did your hunt go as smoothly? Yep, there were 3 of them. We toasted them. Good, good. Now we can safely say that the only frights in store for the citizens of Gridania are of the decidedly entertaining variety. I took the liberty of gathering the pumpkins you created. Their punishment will not be eternal, but they can stand to remain in their current form for the duration of the festivities. It's the least they can do in repentance. There you are, my fearless clown. Thank you for reassuring me. I'd worried I might have to retire from my position at the Great Lone Growery and seek less haunted climates. As the master of the Botanist Guild, allow me to extend my personal thanks for helping my gifted pupil avoid such a decision. It would have been a grievous loss for all of us. Oh, it was no trouble at all. In fact, I should thank you for being such an exemplary audience. A true entertainer brings his all to every stage, be it a grand amphitheater or a cozy vegetable patch. I only hope you are half as thrilled as I was. That scary, or whatever that was, looked so real. I never could have guessed it was just a garden variety pumpkin. Truly, I feel privileged to have seen the master of illusion at his craft. As do I. More than every day we're so filled with surprises. As a token of our thanks, we made some pumpkin cookies from our most recent crop. Please, enjoy them in good health. I do believe I can get used to this being thanked thing. Well, since you've gone through the trouble, I'd best eat them before they've cooled. To my good health. This is delicious! This flavor, I've never tasted anything like it. This cookie's ether is tinged with something I can't quite pin down. It's bold, but not overpowering. Is this the taste of gratitude? Oh, how much of my life have I wasted only supping on terror, when all along a whole world of flavors was left neglected? Very confused botanists. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but I shall consider your words a compliment nonetheless. These cookies are but a small token of my appreciation. I only wish I could have given more. You mean I could potentially receive more gifts? If performing my act will get me more baked delights, I'd better get to work straight away. Why, this is shaping up to be quite the All Saints' Week indeed. I could not have imagined a better day of celebration for all. Our success here is in no small part thanks to you. As I believe that Papa Gruff now has his matters well in hand, I shall return to my manor. Pray visit if you are so inclined. Ah, yes. Before I forget, do apprise that troublous investigator of what has transpired here. Maybe he will finally cast his prying eyes elsewhere. I clicked on him. We're not getting a text box. We're just staring into each other's eyes. But oh, I guess I was telling the whole story there. What a fantastic yarn. Monsters plotting against monsters, all to make us happy? I admit I find your story hard to swallow, but I also see no reason why a fellow guild member would lie. Very well, I shall take your tale at face value, and consider these to be glad tidings indeed. However, I cannot help but wonder if this was all an elaborate ruse. They knew we were watching them. This may have compelled them to put on a show of charity. After all, a monster cannot change its skin overnight. I shall continue to keep a close eye on their activities from afar. I thank you for everything you've done, and hope against hope that the evil has been laid to rest. You now have access to Sneaky Hollow. Alright, so that is the end of the event. There is a bit where I can go visit a place where people can like dress up in costumes of other characters, but it might be incredibly spoilery. I honestly don't know if it like filters out characters that I haven't seen yet as Ny'ardbert. So let's move on to something else to do for the Halloween season. And now, this. Happy Starlight, everybody! It's Christmas time. / assorted other holidays in the winter. And there is an event for it. As you can see, they've redecorated. But yeah, let's go see what they have in store for us this year. Ah, yes. Santa clothes. Pardon me, are you an adventurer? Allow me to introduce myself. I am, perhaps I should remove my beard. Much better. Starlight Celebrant Amgaranji at your service. I'm ever so pleased to meet you during this most sacrosanct of seasons. In commemoration of the Ishgardian knights who once sheltered needy orphans from the cold, we strive to deliver joy and comfort to all younglings each Starlight celebration. This year, we pay particular tribute to the figure at the heart of Starlight legend, the snowy-bearded captain dubbed the Saint of Nymea. As you can see, we've commissioned a replica of his red coat and fluffy white beard. How better to delight the children than by distributing presents as the saint himself, after all? So far, we've been successful in spreading Starlight cheer. However, it seems there's a particular youngling who finds our felicitous festivities distressing. Oh? Were I free to wander, I would reach out to them myself and provide what aid I could. Alas, my duties as celebrant require my attendance here. Might you assist this child in my stead? I'm sure they would welcome the insights of an adventurer such as yourself. I am most grateful. Let me summon the young lady who first brought this matter to my attention. Hello there. Hello, my name is Solon. It's nice to meet you, mister. As I told Miss Garanji, I've seen a boy around here who... Oh! Look, there he is, over there. I guess he didn't come to play this time either. That boy's been watching the stage from a distance ever since preparations began. At first I thought he must be excited about the Starlight celebration, but he always looks so sad. That's why I thought I'd try inviting him to play. When I called out to him, he just ran away. Comforting when they are troubled is a very kind thing to do. Comforting others when they are troubled is a very kind thing to do. You did well to try, Solon. I just think nobody should be alone during the Starlight celebration. He keeps coming back, so I'm sure there's something he's worried about. Maybe he's too shy to ask for a present? Either way, I'm worried about him. Would you help me make sure he's okay, mister? Sure. It's the spirit of the season. And I'll leave this matter in your capable hands. I believe the boy ran off towards the Whistling Miller. Perhaps someone there knows more about him. Let's ask around. Please tell me if you learned anything, and I'll be sure to do the same. Yay, Cremus. You are dressed very dramatic. I guess I'd also probably stand out. But just around everybody else who's dressed like Santa Claus. I haven't found him yet, but I'll keep asking. Tell me if you learn anything. Alright. Cheerful Cherub. What information do you have for me, child? That boy always comes to stare at the decorations. I know him. I've seen him around before. I don't know his name. I don't think I've ever seen him smile. Well, that's sad. What can you tell me about this child, watchful whaler? A boy? Yes, ran straight past me towards the Great Lone Brewery. I see. Is that over this way? Alright. This zone hasn't gone away yet, so there's probably someone here I missed. Ah, there you are. Playful Papa. Oh, he must mean Tenny. I heard he moved from here from Uldal recently. Can't tell you much more than that. He makes a point to keep you to himself. Ah, poor Tenny. Alright, let's go talk to him. Oh, I guess we're reporting back to Celine first. Did you learn anything? Yeah, his boy's name is Tenny, and he ran to the Great Lone Brewery. So his name is Tenny. What are we waiting for? Let's go to the Great Lone Brewery. Yes, there is. Okay, sure. He's near the minigame door. Wonder if there's a mini game. Sorry, that's... In past years, usually around Easter, this has been like a place that gets blocked off and you go in and do a mini game. Usually like chasing chickens around or something. Who are you? Some kind of adventurer? Yeah, that's me. Yes, and my name is Saline. You were at Mikado's amphitheater earlier, weren't you? Would you like to go and join the Starlight celebration with me? My friends will be there too, so we could all play together. Your friends. They're really nice. Do you not want to? It's not that. It's a long story. I have time. We just moved here for my father's job, and I know there's no point in moping about it, but I really, really miss my 3 friends back in Old Town. During Starlight, we'd show each other what toys we got and eat too many sweets and find all the best decorations in the city. It was so much fun, and each time we'd promise to play together the next year, but now... You're all the way in Gridania. I used to love the Starlight celebration, but now all I can think about is leaving my friends behind and betraying our promise. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings by asking you to play. It's alright, you didn't know. But Tenny, doesn't this mean you'll never be able to enjoy the Starlight celebration without feeling guilty? There must be something we can do. Mister, you're a grown-up. What do you think? Are you not? Okay, I could go to Ulda. Pack your bags, kid. I'm smuggling you back to Ulda. Nothing screams friendship, Kupo, like Moogle mail. And sounds like something that 3 tickets to Gridania could fix. Yeah, I could get through people over here. I guess, but Ulda's so far away. That sort of journey is a lot to ask. That's 1 airship, but sure, you want to send a mail then? Mail. Yeah, Starlight cards. That's it, I can send them presents. I mean, that works too. That's a lovely idea. Everyone loves getting packages. And that way you'll be celebrating together, at a distance. What should I give them? Something you can only get in Gridania.
Ho ho ho! The answer to that is simple.
That snowy white beard. That's the real thing. You're the Saint of Nymea, aren't you?
Ho 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 ho. Quite. Young Tenny, you need look no further than your own 2 hands. For presents crafted from the heart are presents full of heart. I shall rigorously assist you in every step of their creation, as both an artisanal saint and saintly artisan.
I don't really understand, but thank you. I'll help too. That way your presents will be crafted in half the time. Really? Alright then, thanks.
Master Adventurer, might we rely upon you to deliver Tenny's gifts once they are prepared? Though we could post them by more conventional Moogles, a child's hard work and dedication ought to be hand-delivered by only the most trusted individual. And as you are both emotionally invested in Tenny's happiness, and currently standing before me, I bequeath the task to you. You will do it, yes?
Yes, Santa.
Excellent! We shall realize these creations ere the spinner sloshes her nog. In the meantime, I would have you apprise Amgaranji of our efforts. Once you have relayed your report, return here for the requisite packages. Chop chop! Okay, can't clear that. Pretty sure I could, but I guess not.
Alright, Miss Gronji. Welcome back. Were you able to speak with the boy?
Yes.
I see. To be separated from one's friends is heartbreaking indeed. I only wish I too could help in some way. Oh, I know just the thing. I shall transform you into a saint. I have a Saint Ny'ardbert costume that I would be most happy to give to you. Tenny's friends would be delighted for a visit from the Spinner's anointed herald. Accept this with my warmest wishes, dear adventurer. I know you won't let us down.
Alright. Let's make ourselves a glamour plate. I'm gonna do that and be right back. I will be Santa before long. Alright, Catboy Santa ready for business. Let's go deliver some gifts.
Without further ado, let us transform you into the Saint Ny'ardbert. I have no doubt you'll look every bit the part in the costume I gave you.
You must equip the following items in order to proceed. Ooh. Okay, let's see if they count that as a glamour. Damn it. Okay, so I went and did this whole thing, and now I need to... Ugh. Alright, disregard. Okay, I'm now wearing it for realsies. That's kind of frustrating.
Incredible! I feel as though I am addressing the very captain of legend. Now then, pray return to the Great Loam Growery and collect Tenny's presents. The happiness of precious younglings is in your hands.
Alright, Tenny, give me your stuff.
The presents are ready. I thought it might take longer, but the Saint Ny'ardbert showed us how to weave them up in no time. We made 3 bracelets, one for each of my friends. You said you'd take them to Ul'dah for me, right? My friend Momoloa always hangs out around outside the quicksand, so you should start there. If the others aren't with him, he'll tell you where to go. I don't know how to properly thank you for this, but thank you, mister.
Let's go. Off to the quicksand. Momolao, hello.
Yeah, I'm Momoloa. What have you got for me?
Have a woven bracelet. Woven by small hands, this accessory was created with a big heart. Also, this might be our first canon Lalavel child. They don't really look any different.
From Tenny? Oh, Tenny, you big dummy. You've all been a mess since he left. It's just not the same without him. But now I know that some things will never change, no matter how far apart we are. He's still the same old Tenny. Still celebrating Starlight with us. He sent gifts for all of us? Oh, someone's gonna cry, I could feel it. Let's see. Larkin said he'd be in the Gold Court, and Othul had to do something near Milvinith's Aquarium. Thanks, mister. Tell Tenny happy Starlight for us.
Milvinith Sacrarium is just a great turn of phrase. Although, if I remember what that actually is, I do kind of have to wonder why a child's there. Because isn't that, like, the place they put, like, corpses outside the ossuary? Hey, Larkin.
Hello, mister. I've been very good this year. You can ask my friends.
Well, I've got a present for you, young Larkin. Here you go.
Handmade. From Tenny? I'm not crying. I just got snow in my eye. Last year, we all stood right here and made a promise to celebrate Starlight together. And Tenny remembered, even though he moved away. I thought that was the end for us, but friends always find a way, right? And Tenny will always be our friend. Tell him I said that, okay?
Oh.
Kids will be alright.
Ho, ho, ho! I have a present for you, young Othule.
How do you know my name? Is that a package for me?
Yes, from your friend Tenny, a handmade bracelet.
Tenny sent this? He made this? I guess he didn't forget about his mates after all. It's funny, I just finished wrapping a gift for Tenny, too. A gift from all of us. We wanted something with our names on it, so we pooled our pocket money and got him a bracelet. Great minds think alike, eh? Anyway, if you're headed back to Gridania, could you take this to him? It'd mean a lot to us.
Of course. And a happy Starlight! All of Tenny's gifts have been successfully distributed. Now to make your final delivery, one addressed to Tenny himself. Let's head on home.
Did you find everyone? Did they like their presents?
They love them, and they sent you something in return. Etched into woven strips of leather are the names of 4 lads, forever friends.
This is... a bracelet. And look, they carved their names into it. Momolau, Larkin, Orthule, and Tenny. They must really miss you too. If this isn't proof of your friendship, I don't know what is. Never thought they'd send me something. And it's a bracelet, too. Great minds think alike, eh?
Orthule actually said exactly the same thing.
I'm so glad everything worked out. Now you can enjoy the Starlight celebration without any more worries. Sarlene, thank you for helping me. I really was happy when you invited me to play before, so would you be my friend? You silly. I'm already your friend.
Alright. Another job well done.
So not only were his handmade presents happily received, Tenny's friends sent him a thoughtful gift as well. None could ask for a better display of Starlight spirit. You've brightened many a young face today in your role as the Saint of Nymea. It truly warms my heart. Still, I can't help but wonder if Tenny and his friends knew how fitting the gift of a woven bracelet is.
Huh?
In certain lands, such bracelets are customarily exchanged as a symbol of friendship, as it is said the intertwining strands represent lasting bonds. No doubt those younglings will enjoy each other's companionship for many a starlight to come.
Oh, hey, speak of the devil.
We came to say thank you. Thank you, Miss Garanji. Thank you, mister. I'm grateful that I was able to keep my promise to my friends, and make another one along the way. I'm glad to hear it. After all, the Starlight celebration is meant to be enjoyed with everyone we cherish, be they near or far. Now then, what say you both to receiving your gifts? I gave those two their presents earlier, but they seem to be in search of companions. Let's invite them to play, Tenny. Yeah, we can all celebrate together.
A savior, chosen to shield younglings from winter's wrath, and provide them with every happiness this season can afford. Yet not all gifts are within the saint's power to deliver. The gift of friendship, for instance. Forsooth, I can only teach them to make pretty things and encourage from afar. May their starlights be bright, and their friendship everlasting. Ho 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 ho!
Yeah. Alright. That's Christmas. What's this repeatable quest? Amagaraji brightens when she sees you glancing at a sack brimming with starlight goodies. Perhaps I might persuade you to continue your work as the Saint of Nymea.
I can be persuaded.
Splendid! Gridania will be ever the merrier for it. Donors from across the realm have sent us a wide array of delights this year, so I would have you distribute them to the younglings who pass by the amphitheater. While I won't insist on the costume, you should know that you look very well in it. I shall leave the decision to you. You see a child approaching the amphitheater. Reaching into your bag of gifts, you select Deluxe Bismarck Pound Cake. Here you go. I may have made this myself.
And happy Starlight.
Oh, Admiral. Well, this is rather unexpected. I have but just finished attending to state business and thought to observe these celebrations ere I return to Limsa. I understand that Bismarck donated baked sweets to be distributed as gifts. Though I have little familiarity with the Starlight celebration myself, one does not soon forget the joy of receiving such festival delights as a child. I pray that the Bismarck's contribution provides Eorzea's young ones with many a fond memory. Happy Starlight, Admiral. That's cute. So are the two other leaders? Thank you for your assistance. I trust the younglings enjoyed the presents. Should you have further time to spare for saintly duties, do not hesitate to return. We have a very happy Starlight adventurer. Alright, so let's run the other two. I have a hunch that if I boot this up with my other character, there's going to be a ton more options because I'll have met more people. But I will run these three. Because it's what Ny'ardbert's met. A pair of warm fenniel boots from Fenniel Fineries, the best leather workers around. Hello. Happy Starlight, Seeds here. Thank you for dedicating time to play saint for the younglings. Seeing the city awash with their bright smiles is but one virtue of this fine festival. Were those not fenniel boots you gifted just now? The atelier is known for its sturdy shoes, so I imagine that child would be afforded endless hours of play. I used to run through these woods as a youth, and I can assure you that feet are the first to feel winter's bite. How reassuring to know that our children will spend the coldest season in warmth and comfort. Happy to hear it as well. Happy holidays. Alright, moment of truth. We can get Raubon or Nanamo. Or someone else entirely. Sunsilk Tapestry's winter coat. Oh, none of the above. Momodi. So you're the Saint of Nymea I've been hearing so much about. I snagged an invitation from the Adventurers Guild, hoping for some seasonal refreshment, and between all the smiling youngsters and twinkling lights, I haven't been disappointed. That garment you just handed off was Weaver's Guild craftsmanship, wasn't it? I'd recognize that style anywhere. A certain fancy guildmaster's going to hear how well that puppet liked his present just as soon as I get back to Ul'dah. If he doesn't melt to rose oil on the spot, I'll eat my proverbial hat. Happy Starlight, Mr. Momodi.
They mentioned Rose Oil specifically because I believe the guildmaster is a Rogadin named Redolent Rose. I think that puts a wrap on this year's Starlight. So thanks for coming, folks. I'll see us in the future. Ny'ardbert will return in further adventures. Who knows in what order these are coming out, though, so I can't exactly say what. Adios. Oh, and Merry Christmas.